So there's a new series I want to try out, and we're going to call it the Half-Baked series. This is for the games that don't really deserve any good credit, but at the same time, they're not pieces of English. So let's get down to it. This is a game I actually played when I was a kid in a demo version, and I just remember this game. I said, you know what, this game had so much potential, but the controls were horrible. Rallycross. So this game was actually made by Sony Computer Entertainment America, and they actually had quite a good couple amount of games for the PlayStation 1. There's another one that I will do a review on later called Intelligent Q, and that's actually a fairly good game. So this is a basic PlayStation 1 game. I'm not too sure when it came out, although we just saw that on the title screen. So we got single race, season, options, and credits, and I haven't really dabbled in the season mode because, well, we'll get to that. But the single-player mode will let you have an unlimited laps, solo race, head-on suicide. I'm not really sure what head-on suicide is, but I don't really see why I would want to do unlimited laps. I mean, aren't you going to get bored after a while? Solo race will let you race alone, with nobody else, all on your own. I don't really see anything interesting in that. But let's check out the race section. Okay, apparently I have to unlock different difficulties and different maps. Now, when you're selecting your vehicle in the game, it's like a standard 3-4-way split between acceleration, handling, and speed. In this case, obviously, it's a 3-way. That's what she said. And honestly, for this game, you're going to want as much handling as you can get. Now, the one thing that pisses me off the most about this game is the controls are horrible. I can't even control this car. It's like trying to steer a sled with a rudder on an ice rink being attached with a rope to a Zamboni. It just doesn't happen. Okay, imagine that Zamboni going 100 miles an hour. Just bear with me, I know the physics and the G-forces don't apply, but come on. I mean, this game is half-baked. It needs more time in the oven here. This game had so much potential. I mean, the graphics are great, the sound effects are awesome. There are a couple of problems with it besides the controls. First off, in a racing game, and I'm not sure if they knew this before Rallycross came out, but it's really nice to have a standard reverse button, because sometimes you're going to crash into a wall. I wish you could crash into pedestrians, crash into rocks, other cars. It would be nice just to press one button to reverse, but no. In order to switch the gears, you have to press the L1 and the R1 button to go into neutral, reverse, and then, depending if you selected automatic or manual, it'll do the rest of the gears for you. And I don't understand why they would include neutral in this game when it's absolutely pointless. I guess they were trying to be a realistic racing simulator, but the effect is lost on me. It's really annoying. Another problem I have with this game, and I'm not sure if this is a real problem in the real world with Rallycross, but the cars flip over way too many times. I guarantee if you flip over at least once, you're not going to be able to catch up. And to get back on your feet, you have to press the L2 and then the R2, L2, R2 to rock the car back over and keep going. And then after that, you got to put the thing in reverse and get going. Because you have to get so damn good at this game, you're going to keep playing the 3 basic levels over and over and over again until you can unlock the other ones. It's kind of pointless if the game is almost unplayable. For its time, we have to give it some credit, especially in the graphics department, the sound effects department, and the physics engine. I'd have an easier time skidding across a kitchen floor greased up with grease on top of a flat sled. I mean, come on. Now, they did make a sequel to this game, Rallycross 2, and we'll definitely get to that to see how that is. But in the meantime, SCEA really should have tested this game a little more, because with the controller I have, the controls are sloppy, and they're about as sloppy as I remember playing this game as a kid. Ultimately, I'm going to have to give this game a 64 out of 100. Not quite a POS for an episode, but it's nothing to write home about either. For the second game, I had thought they had changed their ways since it said 989 Studios. I remember they actually had a couple of decent games until I read the fine print that said SCEA again for there is a good change of pace. At least there's some decent music in the introduction, but it's only about 10 seconds long and they keep looping it. One thing I did like about this one over the previous one is you can customize your car, change the steering, oh god, I hope that worked, and change the paint job around if you'd like. And guess what, boys and girls? They didn't fix the controls. Remember how I said this is like sledding across ice being attached to a Zamboni? Well, now they just make the bottoms ribbed. It isn't that much better. I mean, come on, guys. Did you not learn from the previous game? And hey, look at that. The second game scored a little bit better. 66 out of 100. I don't even know if these are worth the retro pickup, but if you were to rent them back in the day, maybe for a weekend, but I just can't. These guys are half-baked, can't recommend them. Sorry, try another game.